I don't believe that such thing as wasted time really exists. If you click on this video, I suppose you are either in a bad place in your life and you seek out some help or something, or you're curious. I don't believe that wasted time as just a thing exists, because I believe in a bit different reasoning behind the very same situation. What we define as wasted time is usually choices that we regret making. It can be whatever. It can be a choice that we didn't go meet our friends and did the fun things they did, or we just, I don't know, maybe for a longer period of time, like we just spent months in a job we actually disliked. It can be anything, relating to anything. Basically, those very same situations, the regret we feel after making them, the decisions, are basically signals that our body gives us. And calling those times when our body gives us those signals wasted time is ignoring at the same time those signals. Those signals are a very clear indication for us that something is wrong. Something we, dislike or just doesn't suit us. Basically, something doesn't fit. It's our choice to make a decision whether we want to act on this signal and do something about it or not. There's a great video that explains a bit what I mean, that we do not control things around us, but we can decide how we react to them. Right here, I recommend. We can either ignore them or act on them. By ignoring them, we basically do what we would call it a wasted time. However, if we act on those signals, we can learn from our mistakes that, this thing, I don't like this thing, I would prefer that. Every time a wasted time event occurs, let's call it this way, it's a lesson for us to learn. It's not time that just went out of the window and will never come back to us with no benefit for us at all. No, there is some benefit. It's not obviously the best benefit, but it is something that will help us lead a better life in the future and make better choices. And those are the lessons we must learn. And if we don't learn those lessons, then it is indeed a wasted time. The time just went through and we had a very bad day, very bad time, whatever. But if we examine why we had this bad time, why we weren't so happy at that time, then we can notice certain things that doesn't go to our liking and that we can avoid in the future. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a job, love life, whatever. Let's say it's easier for me to compare it to people, so let's start with people. There are friendships, relations with people we like not to engage. There are people we just dislike, and some people we, for some reason, keep them in our inner circle, and we keep interacting with them and spend time with them even though we don't like them. At some point we come to a point where the feelings of not really hatred but dislike towards them and lack energy and everything that it affects other friendships we have and we would like to keep, at that point we have to make a decision. Either we keep with them, or we let them go and don't interact with them, even if it's a bit harsh, still, to save our future. That situation, that whole friendship, if we decide to let them go, of course, then we can actually examine what happened wrong, what went wrong with that person, and why we dislike this person, to later seek out those our preferences, seek out those in people we meet, and quite accurately decide if we would have a great time with them. It's all about having a great time actually. Same method we can actually apply to almost anything. The job. We didn't like the job. We worked, I don't know, for 4 months or 5, whatever. And we decide to quit. We take up another challenge, but we examine what happened wrong, what went wrong, what we didn't like, and then we again seek out those to not get on a job again that we disliked. So what we call really a wasted time are lessons that we must learn to avoid those things that we dislike. It's still a process, and that time does not go outside the window. It actually comes back with the benefit of knowing a bit more about ourselves and knowing what is the best for us. And of course, it's much easier to act on those signals when we have something to work on. It is just a common sense. However, if we have nothing and we still get those signals that something is wrong, then it's a bit harder. I mean, sure, we dislike the job we have, or we dislike a friend we have, but what if we don't have the job and we don't have a friend and we still are unhappy? Oh, okay, job may be not the best example, but okay, let's roll with it. When we don't have a job, I was recently in that situation. For like past 2-3 years, I was thinking about getting a job because I wanted to pay for things I wanted. Basically, the basic needs. I wanted to buy a new camera, a new phone, pay for my travels, and so on and so on. You know, the dreams just pile up. The things I could buy and pay for just going on. The list is endless. And for those 2-3 years, I was quite seriously thinking about getting a job to get some income and finally be able to afford all the things I want. Each time I was looking for a summer job because, well, I was still at school, I couldn't work during the year, and summer was the best time where I could actually work and earn a bit of cash that I could later save. When I first time tried it, it was already too late. First time I was thinking about it was during the summer, so already too late, no one would hire me, especially much younger me, a 16-year-old me. But I remember I felt bad about it, that I'm gonna waste a whole summer because I won't work. A year passed by, I got another chance, another summer. This time, I was thinking about it a bit earlier, May. However, a 7-year-old me was still too young and a bit too late to get a job. Also, to be fair, I didn't go this far to actually talk to someone about the job. I was just looking at the offers online. However, it was a bit farther than a year ago when I just had a thought. But a 17-year-old me, when he got a second chance, he remembered that a year ago he also wanted to get a job but failed. It didn't even look at the offers and felt horrible. So when I got the second chance, I tried to learn on that mistake and actually act upon the signal I got. So I tried. I searched for the offers, even though it was May. Still slightly too late, but whatever. I still didn't got any job. I didn't even talk to anybody. That's it. That's all where it ended. Another summer just went by. I thought it was wasted. So next year comes around, and this time having a memory from the last 2 attempts of me getting a job, I tried again and didn't go very far. However, I thought much earlier about it, like April, let's say. When it would be April, I would have time. Again, I looked at the offers, didn't commit. However, that's another mistake I could learn upon. And this year, having the experience of those 3 years of me trying to get a freaking job, I finally got one. And what I mean by that, I want to showcase you that wasted time doesn't exist. I don't think that my vacations when I was 16, 17, 18 went to waste. Absolutely not. I believe that they were there for me to get a job now when I'm 19 and when I can, when I actually feel brave enough and have enough confidence in myself to get outside, talk to someone, and actually show myself as a good candidate. It all comes down to whether we will act on it or not, if we will learn from those lessons or not. As far as you try to learn from your mistakes. I always repeat to myself this mantra that when I fail at one thing all the time, I keep repeating to myself that as long as I'm trying, I'm giving myself chances to succeed, and eventually I will succeed. Opposite I could do, instead of trying, even though I fail, would be just to give up. And when I give up, there is absolutely no future ahead of me. There are no chances I can take. There's nothing. I would fail for certain. However, if I keep trying, even though I repeat my failures, and I fail and fail, even though I have those chances I can grab each time, and eventually this chance, or a certain amount of chances sum up together, eventually I will succeed at what I'm doing. That was a job, right? I spent like 3 years to get myself a job now. This is incredible, I think, that I still managed to, and I am very proud of myself. Only because I kept on trying every next year when I had a chance to search and get a job. I finally managed to plan things ahead and land myself a job. I succeed at what I was trying because I was persistent, I was trying. I tried to not think of how much time went by. And those summers weren't wasted either. I had amazing time, and I traveled to a lot of places in time when I didn't get a job. So yeah, that's my message for you today. Keep on trying. As long as you're trying, you will succeed. Time that just passed by, that you may regret, it's a lesson you can learn on to not make the same mistake in the future. So the time for now would not go to waste. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's June, so of course, happy Pride, all my gays, queers, and everyone. And see you in the next video when I will make. Bye bye.